Hello and welcome back to TLDW. I'm Jason Statham and today we're covering The Meg, which is a film I'm in. Jason Statham. That's what he sounds like. Let's get into this. So the film opens with Jason Statham. That's what he looks like if you forgot. Jason Statham is doing a rescue underwater. He's rescuing a team of people from a nuclear submarine with his team. Who is on that boat? This guy is on that boat. There's a few other people, but none of them matter. This guy's called Hella. While he's rescuing them, something's happening to the sub. Something's caving in the wall. He's like, we're gonna die. I'm getting out. I'm leaving behind everyone. I've got 11 people out. I'm leaving my team behind, otherwise we're all gonna die. And then the nuclear sub explodes just as he disconnects from it. So, correct, but everyone's like, nah, he got underwater madness, he did. We're gonna move on from that now. It's the future. This guy's a billionaire. He made a lot of money from reruns of The Office, and now he's a billionaire. His name's Morris. You might recognize him as Dwight if you're of a certain age bracket and American. He's visiting his sort of research station that's called MMXXII. Running it is Zhang with the help of his daughter, Su Yin, and the help of her daughter, well, not really because she's a child, Mei Ying. They're all there. There's a few other people there. Who else is there? Let's have a look. I didn't get a picture of Toshi. He basically goes to sort of the main sort of lab area where they've sent down a submarine and they're monitoring its progress. This person, DJ, is in there, Jax is in there, and Mac is in there. This is the sort of the team that are waiting for the hit feedback from the sub. On the sub is Toshi's on the sub, but I don't have a picture of him. He looks like this. Look at this. This is what he looks like. And these are the other two members on the team. The Wall and Laurie. The intention behind the mission is they're going down to the seafloor of the Mariana Trench. The Marinara Trench. Down to the Marinara Trench where all the spaghetti is. To get through this super cold layer of carbon dioxide or something called the thermocline. Essentially they think there's something underneath it, like a whole new world's down there. And they want to find out what's in this strange new world. So the sub goes down and they're like, woo! We made it. We're through the layer. We'll deploy a drone, have a little look around. Oh fuck, something massive has just smashed our thing. And now we're stranded down here. And so everyone on the surface is like, well, specifically Mac on the surface is like, oh, one person has survived a rescue down there. One person has gone that deep and survived. His name's Jonas. That's Jason Statham's character. It's called Jonas. I'm going to continue to refer to him as Jason because it's basically the same name. They go to pick up Jason Statham, who's just vibing in Thailand. He's just drinking beer all the time and being depressed, you know, as men do. And they're like, come on, come help us. And he's like, no. And he's like, well, what if we paid you? And he's like, no. But what if there was something big under there? And you know how you lost your job because no one believed that there was something big down there? Well, you could go and prove that there's something big down there. And he's like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'm in. I'll do that. Let's go. Also, I forgot to mention, this guy, Hella, is the chief medical officer at MMXXII, okay? In the meantime, the sub crew is doing stuff. There are 3 of them, but I only brought 2 pictures because I'm dumb. So they're basically figuring out how to get the lights back on because the entire sub's been fucked up. They manage to get the lights back on and then they get attacked again. So they're like, turn out the fucking lights. Also, she gets stabbed with a screwdriver in the middle of that. So she's fucking dying. So when that happens, Su Yin's like, fuck this, mate, I'm going down. She gets in a glider, which is basically like a mini submarine. She's like, I'm gonna go down and help. And off she goes. So Jason comes back and is like, yeah, you fool. I'm gonna get in a big submarine. And he gets in a big submarine to go and rescue them because what is a tiny glider going to do? It's literally got a capacity for 1 person. So yeah, he descends super fast because he basically turns off all like the support systems and stuff. He's just descending super fast. They manage to get through the thermocline and they see the ship. He connects up. She gets attacked by a giant squid and nearly dies, but then the Meg shows up, eats the squid in half, and she's like, holy crap, it's a megalodon. And that's why it's called a Meg. It's a shark that's very, very big. Imagine a shark and then just make it a bit bigger. And then you got a megalodon. She goes back up to the server because she's like, I can't help down here. Oh, no. So yeah, he manages to dock with the sub, saves everyone except for Toshi. Toshi dies. Maybe that's why I forgot to get a picture of him because he's already dead. They get Laurie back up to the surface, get her in hospital because she's been stabbed, so she's in the hospital. They're all just chilling out until, why have I got a picture of Mei Ying? Well, she's just playing around, and then the Meg has made it up to the surface. The Meg is here, ladies and gentlemen, and tries to bite Mei Ying in the MMXXII, but fails because it's very, very tough glass. The Meg has escaped the thermocline, so they're like, right, fuck, how do we deal with this? It's attacking ships nearby. Specifically, it's attacking people who cut off the fins of sharks for the shark fin soup, which I'm like, nice. Stop doing that. So they're all gonna get on a boat. Boat crew assemble. Boat crew has assembled. All the main characters are on the boat. And this is not gonna change now. Plan one, they're gonna stick a tracker on it. And of course, because, you know, they can't get too close on the boat, Jason Statham has to swim out with a tracker gun and shoot it himself. Manages to do it, but then the Meg's like, hello, you just shot me. I'm gonna eat you now. So they manage to escape by basically reeling him in like a fish and sailing super fast away. And now they're like, right, now that we're tracking it, so Ian's gonna get in a shark cage with a spear filled with a drug that will kill it if they get it in the right place. They get going with that. They lower her in, and the Meg's like, I'm gonna have a bit of this. Bites it and starts pulling the winch along, and the boat gets pulled along. Everyone's like, this isn't great. This is bad. We're in a bad situation. In the process of like all that happening, Ian manages to get the injection off, but the boat is still being pulled along, and she starts getting swallowed. Essentially, they manage to find a way to stop the boat and yank the winch. That it gets yanked. The cage gets yanked out of the shark's mouth. But in the process, her mask cracks and she starts losing oxygen. So Jason's like, I'm gonna go save her because she's trapped in the shark cage. And also the cable's disconnected. So it's gonna, no, not the cable. The winch has been ripped off of the fucking boat and is now gonna pull her down if I don't save her in time. As old Jason and Ian escape, he manages to get her out of the cage. They're escaping. They're about to get snapped. And then the Meg dies from the injection and they've got him. They get it back onto the boat. Ian's a bit injured, so they're just like letting her recover. But they're like, look at this, Meg, we did it. Hey, the wall, where is he? Pose in front of the Meg, do a little pose, and he's doing it. And as he's posing, another one, literally another fucking Meg, leaps out of the water like a dolphin, eats the Meg that's already there, and goes back under, and it tips the entire boat. Pretty much everyone is in the ocean now. Keller sacrifices his life to save Jax because the Meg's approaching, and he starts like splashing a load and gets eaten. Also, sorry, the wall has been eating as well. When the Meg ate the other Meg, the wall got eaten too, 2 people down. So they managed to find the lifeboats, but Zhang did get like severely injured in the sinking. These 3 on a boat, these 4 on a boat. Morris calls in a helicopter to come in and basically shoot a tracker into the other Meg and start just gunning it down from the sky. Rifle obviously doesn't do shit because it's a Megalodon. What's a rifle gonna do? His severe injuries get too much to him and he passes away on the boat. Rest in peace, Dr. Zhang. So once they get back to Manor 1 with everyone, Morris is like, look, I've alerted all the local authorities. By the way, this is happening like near China. So I've alerted Japan, Australia, China. They all know about it. They're gonna be sending 2 destroyers to deal with it in the morning. There's an evac ship coming. We're gonna evacuate. And so Morris heads off, presumably to, take care of that. And these people are preparing to evac back on the boat. Sorry, back on Manor 1, not on the boat. Turns out Morris is a liar. He didn't tell anyone about it. He just went to try and kill it himself so no one else would find out about it. And he fucks it up miserably and gets eaten. So they hear about this and they're like, all right, let's get together. Let's go and fight it. So they commandeer the evac ship and they head out there. The Meg is actually heading towards the most densely populated civilian beach in the world. So they're like, right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lure it out with some whale songs and then we're gonna kill it. So they lure it away from the people with whale songs. There's a big fight that happens, but basically it comes down to old Jason here stabs it with a bit of his glider and gets out of the glider, swims around and stabs it in the eye because he's a big manly man and he's the hero. Also, 1 million sharks show up and eat it to death. And then the Meg's dead. They did it. They're now all chilling out on a different boat. They're having a good time. Maybe these 2 kiss, maybe they don't. There's a little bit of tension there. Mei Ying's like, maybe you're my dad now? I like you more than everyone else. You can be my dad. Maybe they kiss. They don't kiss yet. They're not going to kiss yet. Maybe in the sequel. That was the Meg. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any ideas for films that you'd like me to cover, please leave a comment down below. So yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, just let me know how I did, and make sure to subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed. Share it with your friends. If they're about to watch the Meg 2 and they can't be fucked to watch the Meg, just give them this. This is basically what happens. Anyway, I'm going to go fist fight a shark and win because I'm just like Jason Statham. I'm as manly. So I'm just going to leave you with this.